You can't stop me. Bitch, I ain't fucking with you. I'm back. You can't stop, Mama, because I'm like a tick on your ass. I will fucking stay there. Anyway, without further ado, and what I like about this band is they got the same mentality. They don't give a shit. They just want to rock, and you can't stop them. So I'm going to bring up, let me get everything set up. Let's see. Let's get that going for them. And let's get them, let's get this going. And I'm going to bring up Caging Elliott, the badass. Say, bitch, I ain't fucking with you. Fuck you, no, I'll probably ban for life. All right. Guys, welcome, and welcome to the Mayhem.
Thank
you for having us.
Thank you. Yeah.
We are glad to be here.
And people are starting to pour back in. They're like, what happening? What happened was I played a video and Facebook was like, and so, yeah, they can't stop me because I've been waiting on this interview with this badass band, and I made a new show just like that. So, so we got Paige, the manager. We got, okay, Paige, I'm looking at my notes. I got it right here. We got Paige, the manager. We got Joe, the guitar. We got Justin, Paige's Friday, Boy Friday. And then we got David.
I don't know if people will get that. That's like a really old reference to an old TV show. So I don't know if most people will get that.
Justin's like, y'all keep talking. And see, Jared's not here yet, so I can't do what you told me to do with him. But when
I know, right? He won't do what I told him to.
If he does, I got you, sister. I got you. Right here. So first of all, how are you badass mofos doing?
Doing all right. Doing good.
Was that your
Freezing to
truck?
death.
Was that your big truck that was you took the picture of? Whose big?
It absolutely was. Yeah, that was mine.
You're a badass. My husband was a truck driver, so keep on rocking. Yeah. Sorry, had to say that. Russell, if you're watching, that was for you, baby. Yeah, he was truck driving up until this year, and he can't drive no more. So you give him some love on the road. So you guys been staying safe, and I know you've been working on some new music and saying "fuck you, COVID" and getting things ready so when the doors open, you can blast the fucking hinges off.
We actually
Oh, yeah.
we got a new album coming out. We're going in the studio Saturday after finish the last vocal tracks. Then it's all, of course, mix and mastering, and we're doing a video for the lead track. So
Like you said, you taking it. Okay, fuck you, COVID. You ain't gonna stop it.
yeah, we try to stay busy, stay relevant. So many bands that we've been friends with either quit or that they're not sure what they're going to do. So we've tried to stay relevant. We've played a handful of shows over the last few months and do what we can until they say we can play.
Right. Now, so, Joe, you are on guitar. Justin, you are Paige's Boy Friday.
We just gonna do it.
We can.
Well, okay, we got a little announcement to make as far as Justin is concerned, and this seems like the place to just bust it on out there. The man over there with the beautiful hair that I did this week is our bass player.
Woo! Welcome to the cave. Yes, you heard it here on Mama Mary's Music Mayhem, where shit gets fucked up and we come back and slap you in the face.
That's any Caging Elliott event. If something's not fucked up, it's not one of our shows for real.
Well, then I don't feel so bad. I was like, oh,
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, with that said, let me say this. That's awesome. I appreciate that. You guys are hell of musicians. I've always loved your work. You know, David, I played with you in a couple different bands. You know, you're a great musician. Joe, you're a badass on the guitar, man. You know, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're gonna have a hell of a lot of fun and rock the shit out of it.
Hell.
But then you still have to deal with me.
Hell yeah. Oh, it's you know you love it.
Everything can't be roses.
Well, you know.
Right. Well, guys, you know what? While I have y'all on here, you do have a new single lyric video that y'all did release back on June 26, 2020. Now, you still got to do the video for it, but I can, while we're waiting for people to scroll in, and so it's on your interview, we as a group can listen to the song, and then you can tell us about your new music and everything coming out. How does that sound? Y'all ready to rock it? Let's do it.
That's awesome.
I swear to God, if they block us, it's just I love this song, by the way. Kick ass. This is Don't Tread on Me.
Thank you.
It's today, don't it?
Standing here in the desert, everybody's surround me. Those who
Here's to y'all, man.
have crossed me, each and every one that tried to fade in my hill, still standing. While others they try to take me down, that goes for my brothers, the ones who have my back before any others. Our bonds make us stronger than some glue that makes a family.
Oh, here it comes.
Driving back from the desert night, all of my night left in the rear view. You made it your mission to make my life a living hell. Nevermore will you terrorize me. I've cut you from my memory. Rest your head and close your eyes. One way ticket for a one-way ride. Take you to the other side. No longer walking this land. Soon to be one with the sand. No longer a big man. You made a big mistake. Direction still don't pay. Tell me how does karma taste? Don't you tread on me? Watching you dig your grave. All that you've done has gone back to haunt you. At your chest. One and done. I ran out of forgiveness for When I cut you from my memory,
Now we'll get to hate. And crap, damn.
Oh, you know, it is what it is.
no longer the big man. You made a big mistake. Your actions still don't pay. Tell me how to swallow a taste. Don't you tread on me?
I can make some killer faces like I know what I'm
This chair hurts this side of my left side. Don't be special.
Rest your head and close your eyes. One way to your phone, one way right. Take you to the other side. No longer walking this land. You understand. No longer the big man. You made a big mistake. Your actions still don't pay. Tell me how to commentate. Don't you tread on me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe what you said.
That's it.
So, okay, I'm gonna start with Paige and Joe. Joe, how long have you been playing guitar, and how did you meet this awesome woman that has become Caging Elliott's manager and your number one woman, sidekick, and queen?
I've been playing guitar for about 50 years. I actually started out on bass, played it for about 15, 16 years, and I started getting more and more songwriting, the songwriting side of it. So I picked up guitar and started playing it. So it's been about 15, 16 years now I've been playing. I actually met Paige because of music.
Music does bring
A
people.
mutual friend of ours, Jenny, helped her put on a benefit for her animal shelter she runs. And Jenny reached out to me and asked me, could I, help out with security and stuff like that? Because at the time I wasn't in a band. I said, yeah. Came up there, met everybody the night before, worked the show. And honestly, I didn't even know Jackson, Tennessee had a good scene at the time. And so I started going to shows. And we just started running each other at shows and stuff. And we started talking, and
The rest is kind of history.
yeah, the rest just kind of rolled snowball from there. And so.
And this begins Caging Elliott.
Oh, well, Caging Elliott was around way before my time.
Caging Elliott started at about 6 years ago. I tried to get David to play with me. A bunch of other stuff going on. It lasted for about a year and a half. Then I kind of put it on the back burner. I was filling in on guitar with another band up here that's no longer together now. And when they broke up, me and at the time started a project, and he's like, man, let's throw out band names. I said, well, I got Caging Elliott, and he's like, that's it. And so we played together for about a little bit over a year. Then we just pieces are coming together. Few members left. Added now. The lineup we got now, minus Justin, has been together roughly year with that, 2 years with Mick and Rusty. A little bit over 2 years. And it was just kind of magic when Rusty came in. Just everything. He was everything I've ever wanted in a vocalist and then some.
Yeah, he's got some fucking vocals, man. I mean,
Yeah.
You have to hear him live because
look at
live he's better live.
He really is better
He's
live.
better
The whole
live.
band is
Yeah.
better live.
Yeah, yeah.
well,
Yeah.
you know that
Well, all of y'all better live.
from a
But
booking.
that
booking
energy that you can't get.
Yes. Well, see, from a promoter and booking standpoint, you know, you can sound awesome on videos and CDs. It's what you bring live is what sells me. And I've seen videos of y'all's live, you know, from people taking videos, and I was like, hey, you know, they make me want to slam, you know. And so I'm hoping once all this, you know, what hashtag fuck off COVID goes away, I'll get to catch a
Yeah,
Caging Elliott show. So
Cool.
David,
definitely.
how long have you been playing guitar?
Roughly about 20 years.
So,
Um,
you've been playing for
and that's off and on. Yeah. Since about age 13, 14.
awesome. And Justin, can you hear us?
I can.
All right. So, Mr. Baseman, first of all, congratulations on being part of their clan and the Cage. How long have you been kicking ass on the bass, man?
Off and on, I've been playing bass for, I guess I started playing when I was about, 12 or so. And so I guess about 20 years.
So, how did y'all come up with the name Caging Elliott? Where did that name come from?
At the time I came
Well.
up with the name,
Well,
it's an ex girlfriend. Her initial spelled Cage and her last name was Elliott. And we were looking for band names and everybody was throwing out. And I said it as a joke. What about Caging Elliott? And everybody kind of just stopped. And it stuck. And 6, 7 years later, still going, still around. So
true
So,
story.
about, tell us about the members like Jared and Justin and the ones that can't be here, you know, Dustin, the ones that can't be here today, you know, tell us about them.
Jared's our head roadie and pretty much pays do it all. Again, I met him.
You can say it.
He is her head fucker in charge.
Yes, he is. We even had a shirt made up with that on the back of it.
I was lucky on ears just so I could say that.
He does he runs a stage like nobody's business. I mean, it's 100% professional. Get them set up, get them off. And he just doesn't play around. He gets the job done. If I need something done, he is on it. If the guys need something, he is right there. He is literally one of our best friends. He is totally, he's not even friends, he's family. I mean, he's like our brother from other mothers. I mean, he's just there and does everything and he slams it.
And to touch on what she said, the first incarnation of Caging Elliott, we were all talented musicians, but that's what it was. It was a band and nothing else. When it came together this time, we are family. We consider our fans family. Both shows, I give my numbers out to fans. They can call me whenever. One of us is always on the social media page. We try to go out of our way to make them feel like they're part of something, because without them, we can't do this. And unfortunately, a lot of bands forget that.
Well, you're right there. A lot of bands,
Because usually me and Rusty, we're the last ones out of a club. We'll shut the club down to make sure we talk to everybody and everybody gets any pictures, whatever they want, before we leave.
well, that's what a true music is. I mean, like you said, without your fans, there is no Caging Elliott,
Exactly.
and there are some bands that forget that, man, but they're not going to last long.
And not just bands, it's bands that we've actually shared the stage with that are mid-level or kind of like us, and they get a hit single or they start getting a buzz and they forget where they come from. As much as things has progressed over the last 6 months, a year, even with COVID, we all got day jobs. We all go to work just like everybody else, and we do this because we do love music. And for me, there's nothing else better than being on stage and for our fans.
Well, I mean, Justin's sitting in the big right now, ain't he?
I am. I'm actually I stay in this thing. I'm in Georgia right now. And then got to head Florida, then North Carolina, then out to California. So yeah, it's constant, nonstop, ever.
Yeah. 10 hours on. Wait, 10 hours on, 10 hours off.
More like 14 on and a couple off.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, you be careful.
Question is, what do the logbook say?
Yeah. Just
Depends on which one I handle.
you got to. So, David, how did you meet all these awesome badasses?
I met Justin first, actually. He would a lot of stories a lot of people don't know. He was actually my first bass player in the band. It had to be, could have been 8th grade year, freshman year of high school. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but it's somewhere in that time period. It could have been. I think he might be right. So it's late 90s, early 2000s is how I met him. And we've been lifelong friends, went through school together our entire lives. I met Joe back in 2007, 2008. Actually, we played in a project back then together. It was semi-successful. I went on to play in some other bands. He did too as well over the years. And then he gave me a call last year, and he's like, "Hey, man, come out. We got a spot. Would you like to come on, with a guitar?" I was like, "Well, yeah." So I went out there and auditioned, and the rest is history. And
really what sold him is when he heard Rusty live.
Yeah. Because
he's not even denying it. He knows.
I have watched them as a fan at a couple of their shows over the last 2 or 3 years. I had seen them. I went out and supported, watched them at the local shows. They're like, man, they're really good. So I was always a fan of their music anyway before. So when they called me up, I'm like, well, yeah, why not? And I think I met Paige, and she could tell me if I'm wrong. I think the first time I met Paige was at Ricochet. Me and Joe was there watching more local bands at a show, and I met her, I think, at the Ricochet Club in Jackson. Yep. It was my first time meeting her.
Yeah, and that was before Joe and I even started talking at that point.
Right.
Because my car broke down in Memphis.
Yeah. We were all
and I got chewed out up one side and down the other because I did not call him to come bail me out of trouble. And I'm like, okay, you're saying that now, and this is after we got together that he chewed me out. And I said, okay, you're saying that now, we weren't even like talking.
It don't matter. David's known me the longest. David's known me the longest out of everybody in this band. I'm just that guy.
That's
I
how he-
really
that's it.
am.
But I didn't know that at the
That's who he
time.
is.
I will
But
literally go out of my way for anybody. I'm your friend. First time I meet somebody, I'm their friend until you give me a reason not to.
Right. Well,
but I didn't know that at the time, so I was getting yelled at for that. And
we have someone named William saying, "Hi, I'm William. I am new. Do you want to be my friend? I have autism." So
hey,
William,
William, how
Hey,
you doing,
William.
darling?
so he's here watching you right now. So there you go, William. There's your answer, sweetheart. And you
How
know,
about this, William? I got one for you. If you'll hit Paige Stevens up, our manager, give her your address, I'll make sure you get a T-shirt.
well, looky there. See, there you go, brother. And you send him a picture in that T-shirt with that big old smile. Is what you do. So, guys, I know y'all been working
I'll
on some.
post it up on our fan page.
Yeah, I have your website strolling at the bottom, which is cagingelliott.com. Uh, I did go over and check it out. People, if you are watching, go check it out. They've got merch. They got all kinds of stuff over there. They got keeping up to date with their fans, letting you know what's happening behind the scenes. And, it was a really cool website. I like how you got that set up page to where you go up and do daily, you know, updates and keeping in touch and
I'm the I'm the only blogger, and they have to listen to my rambles. But I can't get these guys stuff like that. They just kind of look at me like crazy.
And it's sad because I know that's a very important part of the music because I like interacting with our fans. I run a construction crew, so I'm working 10, 12 hours a day, then come home and doing the music stuff behind the scenes, paperwork, what do we need, stuff like that, on top of taking care of, we got 3 dogs and 2 pigs.
which
So it's hard to find time to. That's kind of the band mascot. I think the only reason most of these guys play with me is because I got pigs.
That's the only reason I like you, Joe.
The pigs love. The pigs adore being in there with them when they're practicing. But we have 2. Stevie's about 80 pounds, and then Mazzy's about 30. Stevie likes to sit on pedal boards, and an 80-pound butt will change the settings on a pedal board fast. And so she got banned from during practice, but she loves to sit in front of the bass drum, and they don't even flinch. And our drummer can really
Yeah, he hits hard.
He hits hard, and they don't, they just sit there and their tails wagging in time to the music. But they got banned after Stevie messed up everybody's pedal boards one day.
So since he's not here, tell us about the drummer. When did y'all meet, and give us a little insight on him. This is your chance. Since he's not here, you can do it.
Actually, Mick was my first drummer 30 years ago.
Awesome.
My sister has dated off and on for the last 25 years, and when we needed a drummer, he hadn't played in a while. He did 10 years in the military, and I reached out to him and said, "Look, man, I know you could play back then, and would you be interested in coming up and checking out what we got?" And he did, and I mean, we hit it off. Music sounded good, and had so it's been history ever since.
Well, you thank him for his service.
I will.
I really wish he could be here. I really wish the singer could be here, but like you said, they've got to work. And tell us about this magnificent, dynamic singer.
Mr. Rusty Jackson. I knew Rusty before he played in this band. He played in a bunch of cover bands. This is only his second. He ain't played in a RZA project since high school. He did the family thing, helped raise his kids. He's been married to his wife 25, 26 years. Now that his daughter's in college, he came to a show and his wife approached Paige and said, Rusty wants to be in the original band. And we were kind of looking for getting ready to replace our singer. So about 2 or 3 weeks later, Kevin, who was the other guitar player at the time, reached out to Rusty and he said, I'm interested, sent him 3 tracks, came in a week later, and he literally murdered them. And it's been history ever since. He's not the typical lead singer. You never see Rusty without a smile on his face. You never bother Rusty. He loves being around people, no attitude, no ego. He'll tell you he's the weakest link in the band, which is a lie. He's probably the strongest member of the band.
I'll tell you, he actually wrote the lyrics for "Don't Tread on Me."
Yeah, that's
his all
lyrics.
Rusty.
His lyrics.
Well, I'm telling you what, that that's a deep song. If you actually listen to the lyrics, that is a really
Well,
and see. I
the funny story about that song. My niece committed suicide August 22nd of 2018, and we put on a suicide awareness show for Mid South,
the Memphis Crisis
Center. And we had like 12 bands, all bands we knew. They all jumped on board because they knew my niece. And had a couple people come in there drunk, started a big fight. Well, one of the guitarists for another band that we're cool with was the first one out the door in the middle of it. And all these, basically, it was the music scene against these few little people who was causing problems. And that's where that song basis started at, was that they were, for us, the bands that we play with and play with a lot, they are family of us, all music family, and
closer than blood.
And that's where the words "closer than blood" come from, because we all got those family members who don't approve the way we look or act or what we're doing. But here, these guys we've only known for a couple of years of playing, and they were the first one to have our backs.
Right. And now we're sitting there doing something good, which is bring awareness and help those that need the help, so it don't happen to somebody else. So there's always got to be an echo in the crowd, but that you don't mess with people when they're trying to do something good. You just don't do it.
And that's the sad part, because I'm from Memphis. I was born and raised in Memphis. The music scene over the last few years has really gotten seedy, a lot of jealousy, and I don't understand why. I've always had the mentality is, if one band makes it out of the scene you're playing in, that's going to bring the spotlight to that scene. So why would you be jealous?
Exactly. If you all work together, then you're going to be unstoppable.
And that's the way I've always looked at it. But there's a lot of people who don't now, and it's weird to me. I'm old school.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. It's strange.
Right.
I mean, me and David have these conversations weekly, like, because we talk every day, and we have that conversation at least once a week. We're just not that breed. That ain't how we grew up playing music. The older guys, Chris, from Saliva, I knew Anthony real well for tour. Man, they were all helping us when we were starting out, and that's the way I grew up. And now it's like, they say they're your friends, they say they support you, but then they're the first one to turn your back on you. It's hard for me to wrap my head around.
Well, I understand that.
It's gotten that way.
It's happening, and you just keep pushing forward, leave that negativity behind you, and put all that energy in your music, and just they ain't worth the time, baby. They ain't worth the time, And you guys got some new music coming up. Do you have any idea when your new music is going to come out?
We're hoping the middle of February. We got a few things going behind the scene that we ain't ready to talk about just yet, because we still got to sign some paperwork and make sure everything's done the way it's supposed to be done. But we're hoping the middle of February, the video, and we redid "Don't Tread on Me." Same idea behind it, but we added some strings to it and so, some other stuff to it. So that will be the video version.
And it's kind of on the long side for radio friendly, so we had to
do a radio. We got
do a radio version.
Radio edit.
Radio. Yeah.
That's actually how it's tagged on
YouTube.
When I went and distributed it, that's how it's tagged is "Don't Tread on Me" radio edit.
There you go.
We put a lot of time. We put a lot of time and effort. I'm ready for everybody to hear this. I'm very proud of being in this band, and the music on this album is light years. We've listened to unmixed version, and I've me and David talked about it. Is that really us playing that? Is that us? And because I do, me and Rusty do, we're the two main songwriters, and I try to write about what's going on in my life or somebody that's close to me, or even world events. Don't Tread on Me kind of took on another light, obvious, with everything going on. Right. But we got a song called "Shooting Star" that I wrote about my niece. One of the lines in it is "Don't let your song fade away," and Miss Out Crisis have used that a couple times. They're using it as hashtags, and we will. I would like to do a video for it. All the proceeds go to suicide awareness, because obviously it means a lot to me now. And not just her, but we've had some musician friends who have committed suicide over the last few years. So
it's a subject that's all close to all of our hearts.
I feel, for whatever reason, in this band, like David said, and I've been in some other semi-successful bands also. For whatever reason, the stars lined up in this band, and I have a platform, and I want to use a platform to help people.
Well, that looking at it, and that's makes me want to follow y'all and help support y'all even more. Music is therapy. Music is therapy, and there's people out there that are dealing with different things and their own demons, and to know that there's people out there that's wanting to use such a platform such as this, that it reaches people to do a difference with it, man. Kudos to you guys, and dude, mad respect.
Thank you.
Like Rooster said, that's freaking awesome, and mad respect, because that's you're not making it all about yourself.
Thank you.
You're making it all about your fans and those around you and things going on around you. And not many do.
I mean, because well, see, and that's the way I look at it. I've had tragedies in my life that question my own self, and we push this a lot at shows. Like I said, I do want to do a video of Shooting Star. Sometimes you feel like you don't have nobody to turn to, and I say this every time we play this song. Before we play the song, you guys are somebody to turn to. We listen. You can hit my band page up. You can hit my phone up. If you ain't got my number, hit me up. I'll give it to you. Even if it's just a talk. Even if you don't say that, just so you can be in my ear, because you need somebody to vent to. Because the world, especially now, is a very crazy place. And sometimes you don't have nobody to turn to. And I know people look at us as musicians. We're a little bit different. No, we're not. I put my pants on, legs on one at a time, go to work like everybody else. We live week to week, and we all have them problems. And there's been times where I didn't have nobody to talk to. And so we really go out of our way to make sure our fans know, if you ever get in that spot, hit the band page. One of us is always on it. always.
Got nothing but time all. So
It's just awesome. That dude, I'm serious. This is awesome. You almost got me teared up. So
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, because there's a fan of ours, Donna. She probably gonna kill me. But we got a fan that's really close to us. Donna Summerman, her son committed suicide about the same time my niece did. And when the first time we played that song live, she was there, and she came up and said, "Your song said everything I needed to say." She videotaped it. She said, "When I need to listen, I listen," and that to me meant more than making money, more than anything we had going on at that present moment. I mean, that for somebody, your music saved me, did something to me that helped me through it. That's the ultimate compliment. There's nothing better than that. And like I said, we all go out of our way to try to be there for everybody. You know, our house is an open house. I mean, anybody needs anything, they call us. I mean, we've had a house full. David stayed with us for a couple months when he had some issues going on.
Yeah, somebody blew up my car.
Yeah. Yeah, that they did.
No shit.
Yeah.
They did.
Yep. So
That's
that's just
really bad because it happened in our driveway. It's like, oh God.
Yeah, crazy.
But yeah, we go over our way to try to help everybody. Like I said, we have an open house, and somebody needs some. If I got $10 and somebody needs it, it's theirs. I'm very blessed to have a beautiful wife, a great band that I'm playing in, the fans we have, the equipment I own. I mean, I'm in a very blessed place, and there are people out there who need it more than I do.
And you're dying to ask, aren't you, Mary? It's killing you about the car, isn't it? I can see it on your face.
Oh, I want to tell this story. No, I want to tell this story.
No.
I want to tell the story.
Okay, we can't.
David's car,
We don't know for sure. We have suspicions. We don't know for sure.
Oh, I know.
We
for
can.
sure.
Okay, but we
We can
can't say that
speculate.
on. Okay, we're speculating, but we're not going to go into all that. Someone poured 5 gallons of water in his gas tank in his car. At the time, he and Joe were working together, and David would come over here every morning. They take Joe's car to work, and then after work, David would hop in his car and go home.
What makes this story interesting is we live in the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere. Our nearest neighbor is a quarter mile away. One side we have cornfield, one side we have soybeans.
And if you don't know where I live,
you're not going to find it.
No.
I mean, it's one of those when you turn off the blacktop road.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we live in the middle
had
nowhere.
So somebody had to know our schedule, know nobody was at home, and find our house. Oh, we know who did it.
Yeah. And so they come home from work, and David takes off, and they got home maybe 10 minutes before I did. I pulled in the driveway. Joe said, "Get in, we got to go get David." He got 1.5 miles down the road and this car broke down. Had to have it towed into the shop, and it was 3 months before before he got situated, and he couldn't. The car never did get fixed right. It was a nightmare.
They damaged it,
and they did it right. They didn't pour a little bit of water. They poured literally. They said 5
gallons.
They pulled 5 gallons of water out that car.
Okay, I'm just gonna say.
Yep.
People. Shit. I mean, come on.
And unfortunately, he's been playing catch up ever since because he spent $1,200 to get the car fixed,
and it never got fixed properly.
And they told him he could, you might end up having a new motor even after putting all this stuff in it. And it turned out he needed another motor. Dropped an injector.
Yep.
It was horrible.
Well, karma's a fucking. And I hope Karma's
Yes, she is.
Absolutely.
busting ass
Yeah,
with
Yes, she.
a
definitely.
Me too.
mouth. Son of a.
Just piece of advice, David. Piece of advice, David. Stay with the one you got now. She good.
Right. He's right.
Just that's all I'm gonna say. Nothing else.
A lot of
You're
crazies out there. Yep, we're gonna leave it at that.
I get it. I get it. Hey, you're a crazy bitch. But
Yeah, pretty much.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy's
that
an
was.
understatement. That one is. Shit.
I don't know.
Drive. Hold on, I gotta say this. Would drive by my house when David would come over for me and him to do our writing sessions. She would text him and say, "Whose car is that in Joe's driveway?" I'm not lying. I'm talking about 9, 10 o'clock at night.
He's not like,
After they broke
yeah,
up.
he's not lying. It's true.
Yeah, hey,
After they broke up. They weren't even together at this point.
That
And I mean, I totally felt like I was being stalked, and it wasn't even me.
Justin,
Yep.
you
It was
trying to
that
Stalking is a real
creepy.
thing, people.
It
Just-
was
Stalking is a real
interesting.
thing.
Let's just say it was an interesting 3 months.
God.
What were you trying to say, Justin?
Oh, I was just saying, crazy doesn't even begin to describe that. No,
No,
It doesn't.
no,
It doesn't.
this
Yeah.
issue.
Is this that name you were
no.
talking about? Is
Oh,
this
no, no, no.
the name that you don't like to hear that you were talking about?
See, I just went completely blank because I don't remember the name that I mentioned. And
We'll
whether that
talk
was I don't know, no, because we didn't talk about her. No, we didn't talk about that crazy one. I know way too many crazy people. Oh no, I remember what we were talking about. No, that's not her. That's not her.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
We're talking about the one that my face doesn't hide anything. Yeah, no, we were talking earlier. Don't worry about it. Because yeah, my face shows, and we had done a live video, and my child actually had seen it, and the girl I work with was watching the video too. And she texted my daughter and said, "Wow, your mama don't like that old girl." And my daughter said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Go back and watch it." And apparently the look on my face just said like, "Bitch." And I cannot control what my face does when people are talking. It's not my fault.
Which is also why Paige handles most of our social media. Because me and David and Justin don't hold our tongues very well.
Oh, no.
Because if it was up to us,
names would be dropped.
Yeah.
They would be naming names, no hesitation.
sending pictures, posting pictures and everything.
Be pulling up pictures on their phone, saying this one right here. Yeah. Because I am these, and I can't control them. It's like cats. Okay. I have this much of, okay, stop. You can't say that.
I was going to ask
It's
how
bad.
you manage this bunch.
You know what? They are musicians. They are a handful. But you know what? I love every single one of them. And they know that if they need anything, if they need to talk, if they need to vent, that they can come to me at any time and I listen. You can ask Justin. He said, "Call me when you get time." Went outside, got a cigarette, said, "Okay, what's up?" Because if one of my boys calls, I'm going to make sure they're taken care of. And I also know that push comes to shove, if I send out a 911 call, all my guys are going to be here. Because we are a family. I love each and every single one of them, even if they do make me want to pull my hair out sometimes.
I mean, because the wives and girlfriends come over practice, they hang out up front, talk to Paige, they do their thing, and we're back here practice. Because we do bring their kids. We try to make it a
family.
We do try to do a family.
It really is.
We don't cuss in our songs.
We're all married. We all have kids. And I tell you, bring the wives, bring the kids. Sometimes it's just the guys here. I go right in the other room and I do whatever I want to do, unless they need me to record or go live or something.
Right.
That's their thing. They're making that beautiful music so I can sell it.
So
And sometimes I have a house full of girls and kids, and we do our thing while they do theirs.
so before we get out of here, is there anything that you would like eat from? We're going to start up here with Paige and Joe. Is there anything that y'all would personally like to say to your Caging Elliott friends and followers?
I'll stay safe. Crazy times, crazy things. I hope everybody stays safe. Positive thoughts to everybody's family. Thank y'all for the support over the last few years. Hopefully, fuck COVID. Hopefully this will be over enough where we get out and actually hit the road again. And love to see every one of y'all. And like I said, from me, from the bottom of my heart, thank y'all. Our fans are very interactive with us. It means a lot to me to hear input and positive input, with the stuff that we do. So also want to say shout out to Miss South Riders. We've kind of started hanging out with them a lot. They do a lot for the Dyer County kids and stuff like that. And we actually have a show with them June 12th for the bike show. Also want to shout out to my sis, Angel. She's our photographer. She does hellacious pictures, which now she got to take some Justin's in. So sorry, Angel.
I'm not gonna say sorry, Angel, but
Better get a good
again, a big thank you to all of them for their support and for making it to where they can do what they do and live the dream that they're living. It's been amazing, totally surreal, from where this band started to where it's gone in only 2 years. It's completely blown my mind, and we could not be where we are today without all of the support we've gotten from our friends and family. And same as always, stay safe, love one another, be kind to one another, and just hang with us. Better things are coming.
Hope to see y'all sometime in 2021.
Hell yeah.
And
Right, right.
what would you
Bottom
like?
along with what Joe said. Fuck COVID. Thank you guys for all the support, all the love. Stay active with us on social media, man. That means a lot to us. Thank you for all the support, coming out to the shows. Y'all that were able to get out and come see us in 2020. Hope to get some more of you guys back out. Maybe the y'all that couldn't. Maybe y'all can come jump in and come see us in 2021. But yeah, all the love and support, man, that you guys have gave us over this last year, man, it's incredible, dude. And following off what he said, we can't do it without y'all. And man, just I don't know. It's crazy that y'all have stuck around with it. I mean, I know we've added a lot of new people too. Some of you guys I don't even know. I know some of the other guys in the band don't even know. But hopefully we'll get to know you guys. And y'all just stick it out with us. Check out the new album when it comes out this year. We were like Joe
Which
said,
is
we
called
worked really
Under the
hard on
Blackened
it.
Skies.
I was going
Yes.
to say that
Y'all guys be looking out for that.
because isn't it
But
was
thank y'all, each and every one of y'all.
logo. Justin, what would you like to say, sweetheart?
Well, I guess they pretty much covered what I say. Fuck COVID. I think we're all kind of ready for things to get back to normal.
You stay safe on that road, brother.
Oh yeah, it'll be all right. I may be new here, but everybody here loves the fans. If it wasn't for the fans, this band wouldn't be where it is, and I wouldn't be here. So love you guys. Stick around. Watch out, like David said. Look for this new album. It's a badass album, guys. I've heard. I don't think I've heard all of it, but I've heard a good portion of it. good shit to come. Looking forward to some shows in 2021. So thank you guys.
Well, when
Ooh,
you
can I
guys
throw in a shameless blurb about one of our shows real quick?
you share away, baby, share everything.
Okay. May 22nd, it's a Saturday in Trimble, Tennessee at the Full Throttle Saloon Distillery. It's called Howl for the Hounds. And we're going to have 5 bands. Right now, for sure, I will tell you it's Caging Elliott and Seeking 7, but I got 3 more I'm trying to get in here. There's going to be a poker run with the Mid-South Riders before that. All the proceeds go to the Dyer County Humane Society. That's what I run. That's what I do. That's my day job. That's my passion, is the animals, because they are way better than most people. I'm just saying, dogs don't lie, dogs don't beat you up, dogs don't kill unless they're trying to eat.
Andrew beat you up.
Okay, but Andrew's also as big as I am, and he does not know what personal space is.
Just saying. Our male dog does beat you up.
Peter,
Oh, that is so
Thanks, Tom.
awesome, Tom.
Thanks, brother.
On her note,
Appreciate you, man. Much love from the States.
if you can't see us play, if you can't see us play out once everything opens up in 2020, go support local bands. Because I'll be honest with you, we have shared with local bands that are better than any signed band I've seen. So thank you, Mary, for doing what you're doing for the music scene and everything. Support your local artists. If buy merch, go to shows, please. Because if y'all don't come out, eventually the concert stops for us.
Right. Well, I can't wait for the concert to pop up, and I can't wait until your new album gets ready to drop in that new video. Y'all, anything you got going on, feel free to share it on Mama Mary's Music Mayhem, My Mary Hopewell. Share it.
Thank you.
It's a platform that's there for my musicians that I love and all musicians, because it's without y'all, without musicians like you and the ones that locally that have been there for me and my husband, we would not be where we are today. And so you guys keep being real and kicking ass. I love it. And thank you for being
Thank
on
you.
Mary's Music Mayhem and dealing with Facebook. But we still made it. And I love you guys. And let's keep in touch, man. And y'all stay safe and keep rocking.
Awesome. You too.
Definitely. Everybody out there, keep
Thank you.
rocking 2021. Let's rock this shit.
Hell yeah. Because Cajun Elliott,
Yeah.
Mama, no. I love you
Hell
guys.
yeah.
Love
you.
y'all too.
Love
Tom
y'all.
said
Thank you.
I run an underground metal page called the Metal Lab. Come and check us out. We'll help promote you guys.
Awesome.
Awesome, Tom.
Hell
Definitely,
yeah.
definitely,
Thanks,
Tom.
Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
So you guys stay safe. Go follow them. Go like, love, and share them. And until next time, I love you guys. Y'all be safe.
You
You
too.
too.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, that's Cajun Elliott. Awesome people, awesome band, genuine people. Go check them out. Go like them. Go love them. Go share them. Like they said, if you ever are in a bad headspace and need someone to talk to, just give them a message and they'll always be there. A big shout out to them. And a big shout out to everybody that came back after the failure from my last Facebook. But you guys keep rocking until next week, and because Mama Mary said so.